Hey, yeah, I'm wearing my wig today because it's kind of getting cold. Okay, I'm sorry that it has taken so long before I've posted a new video. And this video was actually supposed to be a day in my life, but I accidentally managed to delete it while I was editing it. But anyways, today I'm going to talk about something that I struggle with all the time, and that is something called phantom limb pain. I was kind of nervous about making this video because there are not that many who have talked about this before, and generally speaking, people don't talk about this with other people because it's very hard to explain and people don't usually understand, and it's very quick for people to just tell you that it's just all in your mind and it's all your imagination and you've gone crazy. I just want to get one thing straight. I'm not the one who's gone crazy. My nerves have gone crazy. Okay? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, phantom limb pain is a kind of a pain or a sensation. It can be any kind of uncomfortable and, frankly speaking, disturbing sensation in the limb that's been amputated. So you're feeling all of these weird and horrible things in a body part that isn't even there, and it does sound crazy. So I'm not going to go into the science of it, but I will leave some links below or some information below that you can check out because, you know, it's interesting. I really thought it was important to make this video because, I don't know, it's important to be aware of this because that person that you know that might be an amputee is probably going through something similar to what I'm going through, and is probably much stronger than you thought. Now, I haven't been in any communication with any other person who has this, so this is just my experience only. I'm going to talk more about how it feels like and what it means to live with this, and this is what I experienced. Again, not everybody has the same experience as me, obviously. It's going to be different for everybody, but this is personally what I deal with. So yeah, like I said, it's something I deal with all the time, and I literally mean every single moment of my waking life. And even when I sleep, I'm very lucky because I don't wake up from the pain. I'm very, very grateful for that. But I do, however, feel the pain when I'm dreaming. So when I wake up, I remember having these horrible feelings and sensations in my dreams. And the pain starts the moment I wake up, and it lasts the whole day, and I don't get a break from it. Even when I take painkillers, say my pain is like on a scale from 1 to 10, a 7. When I take a painkiller, it probably goes down to maybe 4, which is, you know, just enough for me to sort of get enough of headspace to like focus on whatever I'm trying to do at that moment and, you know, relax. And this kind of pain is actually really hard to treat, so we're constantly trying to find different ways to manage this better. But I want to talk a little bit more about the actual feeling of it. So something that is common is that that limb that has been amputated feels like it's in a very uncomfortable position. So for me, my right hand feels like it's in this position exactly, and it is super stiff. Now I can actually move my fingers in my right hand, which is really creepy, but I can. And you can actually feel it here. But you know, I can't like open my hand, which would have been so relieving, but I can't because it's so stiff. So that's one part of it. But when it comes to the pain, that's probably the worst part of it. It's not the same kind of pain all the time. It's a different kind of pain almost every like 30 seconds, maybe. I don't know. At one moment, it feels like you've just been burnt on the side of your hand, maybe, and then you wait a couple of seconds and then you get this shooting pain, like you've just gotten an electric shock or something, a really, really strong one. And it lasts for a couple of seconds, and then you wait a little bit, you'd be a little bit relieved because you get a small break, and then you might suddenly start itching, which is interesting, right? And you wait another few seconds and you feel like you're being stabbed or something is stinging you really like deeply in one of your fingers. And this goes on all the time through the whole day. I mean, this takes a lot of energy and self-control. First of all, it's so energy draining to just, you know, get over that pain every time it you know, strikes. And then another part of it is, you know, just keeping a straight face, literally. You need to have so much of self-control not to like make faces or make sounds because you're in so much pain. So I guess that kind of gives you an idea of how it feels like. You know, the reason why I made this video is, you know, to spread some awareness because not many people know about this and not many people realize how tough it actually is to deal with something like this. And for me personally, I'm constantly, like I said, trying to find different ways to manage it better through, you know, yoga, through meditation, through music, through art. So I really want to show you a drawing that I did about a year ago, which I'm kind of proud of. And it's probably one of my favorite drawings. Here it is, if you can see it. The person is me because of the bald head, and she's inside this kind of a bubble, and the red dots that you see like on the edge represent the pain, specifically phantom limb pain. And you can also see that the right hand is also covered in red dots, and you can very clearly see that she is really struggling to try and get out of this bubble that she's stuck in. But probably the most important part of this drawing is that there is a little opening here, and that to me represents hope, because you know, she's really trying to get out of this bubble and the opening is really small, but one day I will find that little opening because it is there. So yeah, I didn't really visualize how it was going to look. I just took a black pen and started drawing, and it just came out, and that's why it's so like personal and deep for me. So it's definitely very, very hard to deal with, and it's probably the most difficult challenge that I have of all the other things. And it also hurts me a lot to think about the fact that there's this one treatment which a lot of people have had very good effects from, and it's called mirror therapy. You basically trick your mind into thinking, or trick your brain into thinking that you have both your limbs, and that way you can, somehow relieve yourself of the pain by, moving the fingers, opening up that stiffness, and so on. But I can't do that because I can't see, and suddenly my visual impairment comes in the way, and that sucks. But like I said, I'm still hopeful, and I think I will find better ways to deal with it. So yeah, I hope this video kind of was a little bit interesting and gave you some awareness about something that you may not have known that much about. And you know what, please comment down below, because it makes me really, really happy. And if you know anybody who deals with this, then show them this video and maybe they won't feel so alone. I know that I felt very much alone, and I was very afraid to express this to anybody because, how do you explain this? It's just so illogical and so abstract that I don't even get it. And I can't even tell you how many times I've told myself that I've gone crazy. It's just your imagination. And it's just recently that I've kind of like accepted that it's not me. It's not a psychological thing. It's there. It's a real pain. There are a lot of people who deal with this. But it definitely makes you feel very alone, and it's quite isolating. Chronic pain in itself is pretty isolating. So yes, I hope if you're dealing with this, that you reach out to me and don't, keep it all inside, because I know that it's really hard to express this to other people. Even your own family members might not understand, and it's pretty energy draining to have to deal with the pain in itself, but keep it all inside and not be able to express it and let it out somehow. And I think probably keeping a journal is a good way of having some kind of an outlet. So that's one small suggestion I have. I haven't really figured out any better ways to deal with it yet, but when I do, I would like to share those with you as well. So I think I'm gonna end it there, and just please ask me any questions that you have about this or about anything else. I would love to answer. And share this video with people you think might need it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of me. And I'm sending out all of my love, and take care of yourself. Bye.